This is what we came out here for. Look at that giant. There it is. There it goes. All right, look at that bass. Look at that thing. A brute. Bass of all types. Look at that unit of a white bass. It's a big white bass. It's a new personal bass, dude. This one gave me a fight. Look at that. Just a nice beast of a smallmouth. Look at that. Finger all chewed up. Beautiful that thing is. Look at that. You can see the dam behind me. We're out after bass of all types. Look at that unit of a white bass. Anyway, they're coming up to spawn. We got a largemouth, smallmouth, big white bass. They're coming up to spawn. Anyway, enjoy the video of us. All right, so this time out, we're below a different dam with the water higher. It came up a lot. Anyway, we're fishing for spawning bass of all types. Smallmouth, largemouth, white bass, using different types of rapalas and paddle tails. That's what we mostly were using for these bass. And with the water higher, the current's really strong coming out of them dams now. So it moves stuff around. As you can see on the map, we were catching most of our fish off that point of them rocks that are right below the dam there. All right, last couple hours before night. Missed one already. Got a nice, female right there with eggs in it. Nice bass, largemouth, probably 15 inches. A rapala, crankbait, right there. All right, first one, largy. All right, we got something here. What do we got? I think it might be our first smallmouth. It's a big white bass. Big white bass. Look at that boy. Wow, full of eggs. Big old white bass. Let's see if it's a new personal bass. 16 inches. 16 inches. It's a new personal bass, dude. Let's go. Big old white bass. Yes, new personal best. 16. Big girl back here. I don't know where to really put her back because everything's wet and nasty here. There she goes. All right, let's see, catch some more before it gets too dark. Where is my rod? Because of how snagged he is, and yes, I lost all my crankbaits, so I switched to this original floater rapala, and that's what I caught that giant white bass on. Let's go. We're hooked up. We're hooked up on something here. What we got out there? What is that? A bass. Largy. One hook, that's all it's holding it. Look at that. Probably a 14-inch bass right there. The hook just came out and rehooked it by the gill. 15-incher, just measured them, putting them back. Got full of eggs, look at that. Full of eggs. Alright. Ooh, big girl going back here. Wow. All my stuff right off this corner. It's just the only spot I can seem to catch anything is right off this corner here where it comes in. Just right off this corner, that's it. It's the only spot I can seem to get anything. And it's got to be blue and silver, the magic color. We're using an original floater, as you've seen. That's it right there, that original floater, rapala. I just got it back, I got lucky. Let me tell you, with it being up where it is now, the water, it is going up. Where we used to be standing is way out where the tip of my rod is, way out there on the edge. way out there. Now it's all covered in water. I don't know, it went up a lot. Anyway, it is so snaggy. If you're gonna come and try this, get ready to lose baits, because it is very snaggy, and I'm lucky I got that back. That's another reason why I'm using that original floater, because some fish are eating it. I think there's other things, but it's just that thing keeps you above everything, you know, keeps you away from getting snagged up as much. Anyway, let's get fishing. We did catch one bass, but it's super slow, but everything is kind of super slow ever since the water came up. Here comes a boat. Look at that. Did you guys see that? Big sturgeon. There's all kinds of sturgeons jumping out there. Man should come back and put some worms out there, but I don't know how I'm going to keep it down there, because that current pushes everything. It's getting up there. All right, we got something that feels good. Feels pretty good. Feels pretty good. Another biggest largemouth so far. Just another. No, it's not that big. It's about the same size. 15. They're all about the same size. It's quite weird. Little white bass, eater size. We're not keeping anything though. Oh, good thing we caught him before that happened. We're just trying. This video is going to be all kinds of different lures, I think. Just catching these bass. There's a white bass. No personal best, but because we got that earlier. But you can't put too much of a big jig head on. It's got to be kind of like a small jig head, so you can get it above the rocks and keep it above the rocks, or you get snagged up. But nice white bass, full of eggs, going back. A paddle tail on a smaller jig head is another way you can catch these fish. Or that Rapala original floater. It seems like the Rapala original floater catches the bass, the largemouth, and this catches the white bass. What is that? This feels nice. Yeah, largie on the paddle tail. About the same, probably a 14. Suckers, these largemouth, they're just full of eggs. Like they're about ready to pop. Yeah, we're 14 and a half. Yeah, 14. Just full of freaking eggs, just full. All right, see if we can get some more. The fish seem to like this paddle tail the most, and the green and bright lime yellow or whatever. This is an Apex paddle tail, so 2-inch. All right, the other guys, the shore is all lined. They were all lined up all along here, and now everybody's starting to leave. So a lot of fish were caught. Mostly all white bass and largemouth, maybe some smallmouth. The bass are spawning. They're going. Come down and get you some. I just caught the first smallie. Everybody was watching. This one gave me a fight. Look at that. Just a nice beast of a smallmouth. Look at that. On that paddle tail. Right when I was thinking about leaving. Here comes a train. I'm gonna measure it while the train makes a bunch of noise. 16 inches, smallmouth. If I had a private lake, this would be a perfect fish for it. But this one goes back. Beautiful smallmouth. Right here, right in the rock. There he goes. Look at that, finger all chewed up. That's when you know you're bass fishing and you're hardcore because you catch all kinds of them. Haha, let's go. Off that point down closer to the dam, and we got another smallmouth. This one's a fighter though. I don't think it's as big, but it is a fighter. Huh. Beautiful pattern on that one too. Wow. Just doesn't quit. That's why I love smallmouth. That's why they're my favorite fish. Look at beautiful that thing is. Wow, look at that pattern. How beautiful that thing is. Look at that. That one goes back. Catching some smallies on the green paddle tail apex. The white bass and the largemouth seem to disappear. And we're ending on some really nice smallies. Like I said, it's just the bass are going. It's that time. Come and get some, have some fun. But the water is starting to get up there though. About what I'm using here, this is my reel. The line on there is 10-pound Suffix Advanced fishing line, and then I'll talk about the baits. Here's my rod. There's my rod. Probably the last fish. White bass on that paddle tail. Alright, there he goes. Apex paddle tail, and then the rapala original floater right there. Alright, that is it from here for right now. We are out. We caught a lot of bass, all different types, as you've seen. A nice new PB white bass. That was a brute. Yeah, it's going on. Anyway, see y'all later.